certain amount of the money. So mail theft is on the increase dramatically. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about home burglaries here in a little bit. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about home burglaries here in a little bit. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about a certain amount of the money. So mail theft is on the increase dramatically. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about home burglaries here in a little bit. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about home burglaries here in a little bit. If you didn't see the story last night about car thefts and carjackings in Minneapolis, take a look at it. And home burglaries, which we're going to talk about home burglaries here in a little bit.
Oh, just go up here to search. Live on patrol should be the top one. Then click on it again up there.
3928. How's traffic?
Oh, look at that girl. Me and Bob.
Do what?
Me and Bob were up there coaching that team. Hit refresh it up there. Alright, we're live.
7821, 72.
Alright. I usually click on
This medic was a man down at Care
make
Road
it
2585 Mount Food Boulevard. He's by the dumpster and drive-through Care Road.
Hello, backseaters. We're going to give it a few minutes for the others to join.
Chinese doctor.
Cover property 4400 Highway 61 at Wells Fargo. 7821.
Refresh it up there.
Someone looking for a second spot?
We're going to have to mute that. Essentially, to give it a few minutes for the I usually click on it. All right, backseaters, we are here at the Minnesota Veterans Memorial right north of the Veterans Building. There are multiple Veterans Memorials here on the campus of the state capitol, but we are by the World War II Memorial, and you can see the silhouette of the soldier carrying a rifle up in the foreground, the background there. Sorry, we can't get you a better view, but there aren't roads that go right up to it. But we wanted to start our day here thanking all the veterans that have sacrificed, some giving the ultimate sacrifice for all of the benefits that we enjoy living in this great country and in the beautiful state of Minnesota. And we just want to say thank you to everyone who's given up from their own lives to enhance ours.
Yeah, and and also you have to remember, not only did the soldier serve his country and willing to fight and in some sad cases die to preserve the freedoms and the Constitution of this country, but the wives missed their husbands, fathers and mothers missed their sons and daughters. Moms were serving, dads were serving, brothers and sisters. So the families help support soldiers too. I know I've had, my son served in the Army, my dad was in the Air Force, my grandfather was in the Army. Your father was in the Army.
My dad was in the Army. I have a nephew in the Marine Corps right now. My grandfather was in the Army during World War II, and my nephew's in the Marine Corps right now, and I know I'm going to forget a relative.
Yeah.
But so many of the people that we serve with on a daily basis are former military.
Sticks is
officer.
a Marine.
Suki is a Marine. You'd never know until you met him for 5 seconds.
I don't say was a Marine, I say is a Marine, because my brother-in-law, Jerry, my sister's husband, is a Marine, and once a Marine, always a Marine, and they never talk in past tense. They're always a Marine.
Absolutely. Just some great people that we work with and that actually have helped us through our careers, that have served and provided us with the leadership and the direction we needed in our careers as well. So thank you so much to everyone who's served, and we're very proud to have you as friends and acquaintances. So
you can see the American flag there off to the right at half mast flying.
Yep, and down here there's a Vietnam Veterans Memorial. There's a memorial to the Hmong troops that fought by our side in Laos, and oh no, we weren't in Laos, in Vietnam and Cambodia. Wait, I don't think we were in Cambodia either.
Not that we admitted, I think.
But we, we've had the honor of meeting and working beside many Hmong veterans. And we're very lucky to have men and women who have served and create. I'm going to pull up here. We're by the Firefighters Museum, but there's this will give you another angle on the Veterans Memorial. So you're with Undersheriff Mike Martin from the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office and Director Steve Lyden from the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, and we are in patrol in the city of St. Paul right now. We have a Capitol officer or trooper, I couldn't tell which one there, who's
Yeah, the MDC, so I'm going to say trooper.
And we are obviously right by the Minnesota State Capitol.
You're looking at the Minnesota Historical Society right across the river, the freeway, and then the cathedral. I think you might have got a shot of that.
I'm going to go drive up towards the Capitol here. This is the Minnesota State Capitol. See if I can pan up a little bit there so you can see the rotunda and those gold horses on top.
probably got a call of suspicious truck over by the
suspicious
memorial.
truck over. Yeah, yeah. So there are state Capitol Police, there are Capitol Security, and state troopers here protecting the campus of the Minnesota State Capitol. And we also have a grant project for the Capitol area neighborhoods around the Capitol to help provide some safety and security
7694.
work.
7694.
So one of the things we're doing as we advance the use of technology and communication is you can go to Facebook, Ramsey County Stolen Cars Facebook page, where we will start listing stolen cars in the area that if you see, you can call 911 and report that you see it. The officers will, as normal, go to that area, look for that vehicle. If they see it, they'll run the plate to make sure it's still stolen. And you can also post information that you might have of a stolen car so that you can help us find and recover these stolen cars that are out and about.
Right, and that's a new web page or a new Facebook page. And you can find the link to it also on the Sheriff's Office page or the Live on Patrol page. And we will try to keep that updated as much as possible, and it allows for, I believe, for people to enter their own car on there, that you then have to hold on just a second here.
Check with the phone.
Oh, they're just cones. We could sacrifice a couple cones.
I thought we were going to serpentine.
Oh yeah, it makes me, every time I see cones like this, I want to serpentine through them. Kind of like we do at driving school.
Exactly.
Only this isn't driving school, so they probably would frown on that. I saw an article in the paper today that article that one of the Minneapolis City Council members is, you can just X out of these comments from this guy. Oh, fuck. One of the city council members in Minneapolis got carjacked.
Well, it looks like he just cleared himself, but
And,
he'll be out on that covered bike videos on.
Apparently, he now has a newfound respect for the police and crime and safety in Minneapolis, which is good. Sometimes it takes something to get them motivated or to
Appreciate it.
understand how victims feel. You know, we get to see it every day, but not everybody does. And in theory, things they don't look so bad if they don't affect you or your family.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being the victim of a crime. It's just, it goes against our feeling of safety, secure. You want to be able to walk the streets. And when you're a victim of a crime, you feel violated. You work hard for your property, you work hard for the things you buy, and to have someone steal them or to assault you or break into your home.
Yeah, it just violates your sense of security, and you know, your home is your sanctuary.
Yeah.
And when you're in your car, you feel like your car is your sanctuary. And
I have noticed at times that sometimes that works against you, because you're in your car, you feel like I'm safe, I'm in my sanctuary, and then you might make a gesture or say something you shouldn't if somebody happened to offend you in the way they were driving.
yeah,
So it's
I know.
but it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for Veterans Day. There's a lot of restaurants that honor our veterans by providing them a free meal. American Legions and VFWs are celebrating. There's a lot of veterans parks. So
I heard Applebee's.
yeah, so I have a son who's born on this day. My youngest son born on November 11th. And when he was little, I would tell him that all the post offices and buildings would close in honor of his birthday.
Does he still believe that?
No,
Okay.
he knows
All right.
better now. We
Yeah.
had breakfast together today. I bought him breakfast for his birthday.
Who else's birthday is it today?
Nobody else that I know of.
It's Steve's birthday. Director Steve Biden. It's his birthday. He doesn't want to admit it, but I already gave him a birthday shout out. Yeah, it's his birthday. You're what, like 50 now?
Yeah, we're 67. When my son said jokingly, I told him, happy birthday, you're 38. And he said, well, what are you, 70 now, Dad? And I'm like, hey, no, I'm 66. Oh, no, wait, I'm 67 today. So but 3 years away from the big 7-0.
Happy birthday. You know who you share a birthday with?
I don't.
You may not even know this. DOC Dave Schiebel.
I do know that. Dave and I, when he worked for me for a while, we would celebrate our birthdays together, and yeah, that's right. I did know that. I forgot about that.
Happy birthday. I wouldn't know except for I saw it on Facebook that it's his birthday too. So
365.
two of my favorite guys, you and him.
That nickname, DOC Dave, from the Minneapolis Coppers.
Yeah.
Because he would always show up at a burglary and armed robbery. Sometimes you get there first before your patrol cars.
Oh man! And then he had a I can't remember if it was, I think it was an M4 that he carried, a Colt M4 rifle, or it might have been an AR-15, but I think it was an M4.
I think it was the Mini 14.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think we got those
man.
from Army surplus. Yeah, when the military was phasing them out, we picked them up.
Well,
he might have had an AR-15 though by the end.
I think he did by the end.
Yeah.
And he'd get out on calls, and everybody knew him. All the Minneapolis cops, when I was there, we all knew him. My wife worked with him because she worked in our violent criminal apprehension team, which is fugitives and people who are wanted for homicides and shootings and sexual assaults, and everybody knew DOC Dave.
I met Dave back in 1979 at Stillwater Prison, and
You did your time though, right? You got out.
Yeah, I was an employee.
You were
not a
employee.
resident.
Oh, okay.
But Dave was on, this is a true story, Dave was on the tower one day, and it was the tower next to segregation that overlooked the segregation exercise yard, which are the inmates that have violated rules and they're in the jail within a jail for their punishment.
Okay.
And on the tower, you had a shotgun, a rifle, and at that time a revolver. And when you would relieve the officer that was on tower duty before you got there, you would go through and make sure all the ammunition was there and the weapons were there, and they were all chambered and ready to go if something happened. And all of a sudden, Tower 2, Dave was in Tower 1, Tower 2, which is down about 50 yards, gets on the radio, start yelling, shots fired, but Tower 1, shots fired at Tower 1.
Wow.
So they send armed staff out on the outside of the fence. They send the security squad in the inside of the fence. They're radioing Tower 1. Tower 1's not answering the radio. They get out there. I believe it was Lieutenant McClish was, I think it was McClish, or it might have been Marv, that was the watch commander, and he yells up, Tower 1, Tower. Now, Dave's a little short.
Yeah, he's a shorter guy.
And there is a solid half wall all around the catwalk on the tower. So from standing down on the ground, they couldn't see Dave. So he's yelling up, Tower 1, are you all right? He goes, yeah. Did you fire a shot? Yes, I did. Why didn't you answer your radio? I shot my radio. Am I in trouble? And what had happened is when Dave was just clearing the weapon and putting the magazine in and closing the chamber, the gun accidentally discharged just by closing the bolt. And it put a bullet right through the center of his radio.
Wow.
And blew out the back of the radio. The captain took the rifle out to the range and tested it. And I think 8 out of 10 times that he would chamber around, it would automatically fire.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so it's good that he was very careful where he aimed the rifle when he was doing it, just in case something happened. Unfortunately, he was aimed at his radio. Fast forward many years, I'm the chief of the OSI, and Dave is one of my investigators, and I get called by Mary Dulon, who's the secretary of Stillwater, to tell me that she was cleaning up some of the old evidence stuff and she came across the radio. And I said, you got to bring it to the meeting.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting in there. I got all my investigators in there, and I set the radio down on the center table, and immediately Dave looks, that's the radio I shot. That's the radio I shot. So I awarded him the radio.
Oh, there you go. That was thoughtful of you. He was fun. He's a great guy. I remember when Chris Tayson, deputy with Ramsey County, but he was assigned to the State Gang Strike Force. And at the time, I was the Metro commander for the State Gang Strike Force. And this lady is really pushing her limit here. She was riding me, swerving around, then she went down the shoulder there. So we're going to pull her over and have a little conversation. How's that sound?
I think that's appropriate.
She's still in a hurry.
25 miles an hour.
Really?
Maybe someone's bleeding to death in there.
Can you remind me this number?
Case number 035-909. 035-909.
Drop it, thank you.
I just asked her to slow down and be a little more careful. She's in a hurry to meet a contractor at her house. And she's running late. And she lives right over here around the corner, so no use. She looked like a nice lady who
Made a little mistake.
yeah.
Sometimes we get in a hurry, and you know, if everybody did everything perfect, they wouldn't need us.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't usually, but I'm not gonna run her license and all that. I could, but I guarantee you she's valid.
We're southbound on Payne Avenue.
Oh, we were talking about DOC Dave.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going. So when Chris Tayson got shot, I go flying over to the east side of St. Paul. I think I was up by like Arden Hills area.
Okay.
And I get there, and there's DOC Dave. I'm like, this guy shows up everywhere.
Yeah. I remember that day. Snyder and Tayson were looking for a murderer out of, I believe, Wisconsin or California. I'm not sure which. And they had information might be in the area. It was in California?
Yeah, a guy named Yatuher who
Yeah.
had done actually a series of crimes, including murders, robberies. But what they were looking for him for was the 6 people shot at the pool hall in Columbia Heights.
Yep.
And I can't remember if 2 of them were dead or 3 of them. But you can go ahead and
Yeah,
finish.
so
Sorry.
Bill and Chris, Bill Snyder and Chris Tayson, pull up and they get out of their unmarked police vehicle, and they're in plain clothes. They have their badges out, and about 30, 40 yards away is a group of 3 or 4 young Asian males, and Bill yells out, "Hey, you guys, come on over, I want to talk to you." And one opens up with a gun, starts shooting. Bill returns fire. Tayson goes down. He's shot in the torso, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And I was unit. We were just finishing an intel briefing on that situation when the call came out. You know, Bill was a St. Paul police officer, sergeant for years. And so when he got on the radio, he radioed out Signal 13 and their location, which was, I want to say Amory is the name of the street they were on.
Yeah, it was over
Over by Maryland and the
townhomes over there.
Yeah. And Signal 13. I was on Johnson Parkway on a perimeter, and we wound out so quick I didn't put my vest on yet. So I stepped to the rear of my car. I'm keeping my eyes open. I pop the trunk. I go to reach for my vest, and I see 2 Asian guys sneaking around the corner of the apartment building I'm next to.
Yep.
And I hear this roar of an engine, and a St. Paul squad car with Paul Paulus driving comes zipping right by me. He sees them too, and it's 2 of the suspects.
Yep.
And one of them runs into the apartment building. The other one he pins into a small little cubbyhole of the apartment building where he was trying to get away. And then Soraka showed up, and we surrounded the building. Todd Axel, who later went on to become the chief of police, and now is the head of the Axel group.
Excel group. Yep.
He and I were there, and we were talking, and we decided we had enough guys to get into the apartment building and look for this guy, that I would take RAMSEY guys, and we would do the top 2 floors, and he would take St. Paul guys, do the bottom 2 floors. We'd meet in the middle, and they came across him hiding in an apartment before they cleared their floors, and so we got him into custody. We got the other one in custody. It was great work, but Tayson fortunately recovered from the shootings and retired a few years later. And I moved the other day, and I'm going up in the elevator of the new building I moved into, and I look over, and there's Chris Tayson.
Oh, wow.
With his wife, and I think his daughter and son. And the son's moving in the same building I was.
Oh, wow.
It's really good to see Chris.
Yeah, great guy. Super great guy.
207-409.
They did a ton of work. Tayson, Navarra, Schneider, Rich Straka, to reduce violence with the Hmong gangs back when they were a big issue.
Yeah, those guys were all over. They had great relationships with the Hmong community. They were able to focus on the criminal element. They were able to help get kids out of gangs. The sheriff had that really good youth program that little 8-year-old boy was in, who is now our undersheriff of course, as we've talked about Chinook in the past.
Yep, Chinook League. The highest ranking, I think, Hmong
343.
The general?
officer in
for DOC female
the state of Minnesota. Chinook.
and it's no longer on.
Yeah. So, but
378.
we are on the east side of St. Paul. I'm about to go north on Forest from 7th Street here. I was going to go north on Arcade, but guess what? Road
still under
construction. Yeah, I should know that, but I haven't been over here through this way in a little bit, so I'll give myself a pass this time.
You are so generous to yourself.
I am. Hey, we should mention it's starting to get colder out, although today's a little better. But this Saturday, Rev Spence and his team, the community outreach team, are doing a from noon to 4 at 546 Rice Street. If you go on either the Live on Patrol website, on Facebook, or on the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, you will see a flyer for it, but it's noon to 4, 546 Rice Street in St. Paul. All of those clothes and any mittens you donate go to homeless folks that are out. I do think they do serve some other families.
Yeah, they do. They do help needy families with children that might need boots, hats, mittens, coats.
So any age, new or gently used coats that can help people that can't afford or don't have the resources to get a coat or hat or mittens. And we really appreciate everybody's support, because I know literally last year, I know they served hundreds of people.
7221. I can't locate my phone. She's not answering her phone, so I'll be clear assistance for now unless she comes back.
So it is Veterans Day, as we thanked all the veterans. So most of our staff are taking the day off.
Yeah, you just got the dedicated, hardcore old guys.
Just the old guys, yeah. And we didn't go out yesterday because we were busy. We had a promotion ceremony. And then another commanders meeting afterwards, and a number of things that needed to take place, so we didn't have time. We should congratulate the new commanders.
Selena
Baruskoy, I think is how you pronounce it.
and then
Josh Adams
and Jeremy
Bolin
and Mike.
and Mike Servatka.
Mike DeVoy.
Mike DeVoy. That's right. Mike Servatka was already
already
promoted.
8 new commanders in office, staff that have been there, very hardworking, very dedicated. And we talked about it afterwards when Mike, you gave the opening remarks for Commander DeVoy. Everybody did. They gave some bio information, and all of these commanders have worked in a variety of positions at the sheriff's office, and we talked about the fact that when you're at a sheriff's office like Ramsey County, there are so many different jobs. You have the jail, you have the courthouse, you have civil, you have patrol, you have the specialty units, you have apprehension, narcotics, which is VSET now, you have CAT, all under the apprehension category. And then you have community outreach, You have support services.
the jail.
Yeah. So
Jail and courts, and yeah, all these deputies had really a lot of experience, and which is what makes them very well-rounded. I mean, I jokingly said yesterday that I've been to promotion ceremonies before where multiple people were getting promoted, and there was always one or two where I was like, what are we thinking?
yeah. Well, how did this person get promoted?
But, you know, those were civil service promotions when I was at Minneapolis. But this group, every one of them is well-deserving. They're surrounded by, we still have a couple that are, some on the list that will be promoted when there are openings. We have done a couple of them that wanted to kind of do it in secret, I guess. Not really secret, but just didn't want a big deal out of it.
Yeah, they've been around a while, and they've just said, no need to do my family's not going to come. I'm not going to do a ceremony. But it's just, this is my 45th year in the business. And,
well, then how are you only 50?
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, my much older sister would argue that.
Oh, no. Your little sister is... don't drag her into your life.
Yeah.
So...
But we really have a great admin staff. We have great commanders. We have... It's just, you know... Because of the experience we have and because of the special unit that we're kind of involved in assisting other parts of the department with something that might pop up. And it's just, they're really, the investigators in CIU are top, patrol deputies, or civil deputies that are, you know, when you're going out knocking on the door and handing someone a piece of paper and saying you got to get out.
Or your wife wants a divorce, or your husband wants a divorce. Those are horrible things for people.
Very emotional times, and you have to be very tactful. You have to be firm, and you have to make sure the law is enforced in the proper way. And we have very tactful, very, very empathetic staff who can carry, like the sheriff said yesterday. Everybody brings a certain set of skills that may not be the same as the next person. And it's really the sheriff's job to put that person where their skills will be used to the best.
Right, yeah. And it's funny, when he said that, I was picturing that guy, is it Liam Neeson, who says I have a very
specific skills.
Set of skills. But it's true, though. We have people who are tremendous at what they do, and it's stuff I couldn't do, or I don't want to do, but because I can't do it, you know what I mean? The computer, the IT people, the budget people that are doing budgeting and finances, and could I do it? Yeah, I could probably figure it out, but that's not what I want to do. And people who work in the jail, work in courts, and they're people who don't want to be a patrol deputy. They want to work in courts, and they want to work in community outreach. But we have a great group of people. So we're just really lucky.
Yeah,
go down LARP.
There's good days and bad days at wherever you work, but if it's the people you're working with make the quality of the enjoyment of your job.
Yeah, they're all so friendly too.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like yesterday, they're all smiling, they're friendly, their families are there with them, and they're just good people. And this is gonna come off wrong, but we've all worked with people that aren't good people, right?
Yeah.
In our lives at some point. But that's not the case here. And part of that is the culture that the sheriff fosters and expects from all of us.
The other thing that was kind of unique and I really thought was respectful yesterday is we had several retirees come when they heard about the promotion ceremony.
Yeah.
Because they had worked with these people and they were proud that they had advanced, and the promoted people pointed them out, saying, this person helped mentor me. Terry Sukla was part of mentoring me. Brenda Brasco was important. Brozick, when she was running CIU. And that means a lot.
Sawana Kirkland was there, and she had been a mentor to Selena, I believe. It's just it's fun to see, and as we get older, to know that the agency is going to be in the hands of great people really is nice. You know, it's not.
And Bob was faced with the ultimate hardship for a head of an agency, which is a blessing, and that is, I've got so many qualified people, but only so many openings right now.
Right.
Which is a much better position to be in than, okay, who's the least of the worst that I could actually put here?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have that problem.
Not at all.
Anyway. And I know there's some young folks that watch us and follow Live on Patrol that are young coppers or wannabe coppers. I talked to one of them today who's in their journey to get licensed as a peace officer. And, it's a great lesson to get a diversity of experience. But bottom line, just be kind to people. Be good to people. Help the other people who you work with develop.
Yeah, I've always said, once I became a supervisor and a manager, one of the key responsibilities, and you do the same thing, is to mentor the younger guys coming up, find out what their interests are, and help them achieve that.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Should we try to go down the road closed?
Well, we can get a while.
I mean, is this like a Dukes of Hazzard thing where we're gonna have to jump over the creek, or?
Yeah, remind me to step out of the car at that point.
I mean, I'm willing to try it. But yeah, no, I know we're talking a lot, but it's just it's so cool to have such a great agency. And, I've helped recruit some people here, and to watch them develop is awesome. Ben Seidel.
Yep.
He's in our gun unit. He's turning into a great cop.
Really good detective.
And just his dad was my partner at Minneapolis for many years, and on the street and in the gang unit. And his dad now does employee assistance type work for first responders, and I think others that, drug and alcohol counseling and counseling for PTSD and other stuff. So
yeah, there's always more work than we have good quality people. So it's nice when you have somebody that continues in the field of helping out people.
Mark, just assist it, and put me back out on an equal access, please.
We're westbound on Maryland, coming up to Johnson Parkway.
yes, we are. There's not much going on over here. There's not much going on, period. So yeah, we're getting to the point where the leaves are falling from the trees. I don't have any trees anymore in my yard, but I still have leaves all over in my yard. So
What's nice of the neighbors
shouldn't
to
my
share.
neighbors come over and, you know,
Break your leaves?
break my leaves? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kidding. Their yards are thick, like you can see here on the side of the road. Mine's just sporadic, and but I am gonna have to get them up before the snow flies. Otherwise, it can cause problems with your grass, and not good.
No, they've got everything from sweepers, lawn sweepers for your yard, to blowers, to the old-fashioned rakes. As a kid, I did not mind raking the leaves of my dad's yard because we got to burn them back then.
Oh, and they smell so
Yeah, burning leaves have a great fragrance to
Yeah.
them.
I don't burn my leaves anymore because my neighbor complained. My neighbor did not like the smell of the burning leaves. Might have been some of the other stuff I threw in from time to time too, but
Things accidentally fall in there. That old rag.
you know, we pay extra for the lawn, the dumpster, rolling dumpster to
Sure.
put leaves and grass and stuff in. So this year it should all fit into one because the big trees I had in the backyard are gone now. So
Well, I really like the spring and this time of year because there are no leaves on the trees in a few weeks. Because there are times where we have suspects flee, where we have missing children or vulnerable adults, and I can put my drone up for the sheriff's office. And the whole drone team that we have does a great job. But you are limited to some visibility with the canopy on the trees. But when they're gone, boy, you get a good ability to look for that lost child or that vulnerable adult or the criminal that's bailed out of a car and ran. Flight isn't always available with the trooper helicopter, or they're 15 to 20 minutes away, where you can pop that drone up right away and start looking for that missing person or that.
right.
And when the leaves are gone, it makes it so easy. This guy
He's just
decided he wasn't going to wait anymore.
Yeah, well, he'll be surprised when he makes an unscheduled stop up here. Can you run that plate?
Yeah.
Sam, Union, Roger, Adam, Frank, Edward, Lincoln.
New message. New message.
If you're gonna fail to yield the
New
right of way,
message.
don't do it to a police car. Although he didn't know I was a police car, but he's about to learn. Here's another one.
What the heck is this problem? Is that a 4-way stop, Jody?
It was, but we had the right of way there. He hadn't fully stopped, so
256 does our caller live in the building?
we'll stop him instead. How's that sound?
Brother.
I'm just gonna go up and warn him real quick. You don't need to come up.
New message. New message. New message.
247 and 287. Have 1500. 136. 136. Good morning, custody.
He's clear all the way around, Mike.
Can you call that?
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, sometimes you can get your count mixed up, you know.
Yeah, and
CSC. 82 is still out.
let him go first here. There we go. Yeah, it's hard sometimes, especially at those tight intersections, to see who all's stopping.
Yeah, and they have those signs in the way. I thought about
Yeah.
that when I was sitting there. How can he see us with those signs there?
Well, I don't think he could, but for some reason everybody's in the mood to run into us today, Steve.
Yeah.
So
Somebody put a sign on our back saying hit us?
run into us. Yeah. No biggie. So
Nothing a Band-Aid can't fix.
right. Maybe I jinxed us by earlier today when I said I haven't wrecked a car
Oh,
bad enough to end up in the shop since I've been here.
that's good.
That's
good.
I should have never said that. A few little minor scrapes.
I do remember, and then we can laugh about it now. Nobody got hurt. Thomas had just gotten, we gave him the Tahoe.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a year old yet.
No, it wasn't.
And
He wanted the Tahoe because he was getting a pickup, and there was already a couple pickups in the unit. So if they're doing surveillance, it looks kind of funny.
yeah,
So he wanted the pickup, the Tahoe instead of the pickup. So
Yeah.
he was getting a new pickup, so I got the pickup, and he got my old Tahoe, which was maybe 4 months, 5 months old,
yeah, at all.
maybe a little longer, but
And we're after known car thieves. They're in a stolen car, and the sheriff lights up in front of them, and they want to get away from the sheriff, and Thomas is coming up behind, and they put in reverse, and they drive right into the grill of his brand new Tahoe. And I remember, once we knew everybody was fine, people were going to jail. I think we ran a couple through the hospital just to make sure they were fine.
Yeah.
Jails like that if
Yeah.
there's any collision before they're arrested. And you turned to Thomas and said, I can't give you anything nice. Look what you did to my truck.
uh-huh. Yeah, it was, yeah, I was like, holy crap. I mean, because I had babied that thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault at all.
No, not at all.
And God bless him for being there to do good police work. But yeah, it was, the good thing is that kid had to pay restitution
Yeah.
for that truck, and my understanding is he actually did it. So, which,
Part
You
of
know,
being responsible responsible for your actions.
Yeah.
Taxpayers should need the bill on that.
So we're westbound on Maryland. We're back into the central district here. Yeah, it was. That was a sad day. I took a picture of it and sent it to my wife. And she's like, "Holy crap! What happened?" But yeah, then I had the pickup, and then somebody wanted that pickup. What was the deal? Did he want it back? I think he wanted it back, and then I got the Tahoe back or something.
Yeah, yeah, you did. I think it was the switchback, and then
I apologize. I'm without my phone.
then this vehicle
Yeah, then
came
out
in a
of
little
nowhere.
unexpectedly.
Yeah. So, Under Sheriff Ramaker had ordered this truck, Chevy Silverado, but didn't expect it to come in because that was when everything was held up because of COVID.
Yeah,
And the supply chain issues, and all of a sudden it comes in, and he calls me and says, "Hey, I got a new truck for you," and I'm like, "Huh?" But I love this. This has been good. It drives like the Tahoe, but it doesn't look like a police car as much.
they're nice. So this Remington Automotive here
Uh-huh.
was started by my next door neighbor when I was a little kid, Jack Remington.
2477.
And now his son John and Jamie run it. I think his wife is retired now. But they were from up north. Jack could get your transmission, get under your hood. He could fix anything.
Wow.
And I babysat for his boys for several years. His wife would be down here working, and
Huh.
great people.
Interesting.
And it's nice to see the family business still operating.
It's amazing how many things are interrelated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the kind of the philosophy of St. Paul and the suburbs. St. Paul is a big city, but a small town.
It really is.
Yeah, it really has that atmosphere to it.
It's different. You know, Minneapolis is a big city, but when I was over there, you have a lot of people that are newer to the city. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have that kind of history. There are people who do, but it's just, you don't run into them like over here. Everybody I run into knows the sheriff, knows everybody else.
Yeah.
Every restaurant you go into, they know somebody who works for us or works for St. Paul PD.
03.
I always kind of feel embarrassed when they're like, "Oh, do you know so-and-so at the St. Paul PD?" And I don't.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I should.
Well, even myself, who's been around, 10 years before with the sheriff, and I'm 67. Most of the guys I knew and worked the streets with are retired.
Right.
And so there's all these young guys. I'm starting to see the kids of the guys I worked with.
Yeah.
You got Grundy's kids out there working in St. Paul now. God bless his soul. He was a great guy. My kid's working for us now.
Yeah, it's fun to see.
Yeah, I got Chad working the jail. Craig's in the patrol. Scott. There's a lot of legacy in law enforcement.
Yeah, it's a great job if you are someone who can deal with the downsides.
Yeah, it's kind of I tell people, law enforcement's a profession. It's not a job. you have to have a calling for it to be able to succeed and move through it, because of all the, you see a lot of the bad people of society, you see a lot of tragedy in society, and you're trying to do good at the same time. And I think you probably heard the same thing I did when I was in the academy, and I would tell young recruits coming up, people you have that are friends that are not in law enforcement, keep them. Keep you grounded, and they will help remind you of the fact that you're dealing with a very small percentage of the population. The majority of people are good, honest, caring. They want to help each other out.
Yeah, it's hard. I remember when I first came on, because
2477, arrived at 401,
everybody
Fallon,
you deal with,
37,
for the most part, is
Call.
it's their worst day, or they're a criminal. And
Yeah.
you don't, people don't call you and say, hey, come on over, we're all getting along and having a great event. No, they call because 30 years, 20 years of fighting, arguing, and whatever have boiled over, and somebody beat someone up or stabbed someone or shot someone. And it's easy to start to think, man, all people are screwed up. And but the reality is, no, it's just the cross-section of people that we deal with. And it wasn't until I started going to community meetings and working with the community on issues that I realized how many good people are out there.
Yeah.
Just great people, a lot of whom I still have great relationships with from when I was at Minneapolis, and now I have some over here.
Male and female fighting. Hispanic female is 22.55 average, wearing a gray hoodie, light blue jeans. Male was a 21-year-old, 6'2", wearing a light gray hoodie, black foot pants, colors on, and the inside.
Copy. 35 copy.
Fight at the post office.
Balls.
On the other side of town.
Yeah,
3 feet is there.
fighting over at the post office.
You gotta hit him really hard.
Somebody didn't get their letter in time.
Yes, I don't know. I mean,
Copy.
we're westbound on University now at Marion. Hopefully I don't lose you. This could be a little bit of a dead spot at times.
5280.
5280.
Can you pull down, please? 1859.
Light rail platforms have become better since Metro Transit's been working so hard.
4436, 4472.
Go for both.
Assaulted 2425 White Bear Redeeming Love Church. Caller's friend was just assaulted. Name of Jesse, white male, 30 years old. Unknown clothing, he might be over in Cub Food.
Temporary home vehicle.
Oh, what a
36
surprise.
copy. Is the victim at Cuffles?
But that's who used to own it?
Suspect over at
What's
Cub
that?
Food.
That's who used to own it, or who
No,
owns
that's
it
who
now?
bought it.
Oh. Where is it?
Victims in the
Over
parking lot
on-
of the church.
Okay.
The west side.
Well, we're kind of headed that way. First we had a fight at the post office. Now there's a fight at a church.
Two very unusual places for fights.
Yeah.
The victim is in the parking lot of the church. The suspect is possibly at Cub Foods.
Although I think that church, don't they do a lot of outreach? Probably.
1550.
I think they do over there to homeless folks, and so it could be. Could be those folks.
4447. Can you put me on a PC and a PD, please?
What kind of cars?
It's a Buick LaCrosse.
2266.
Okay.
This is number 3149.
Interesting.
38-year-old female. That was from the death.
Yep.
That's in southbound Fairview.
Alrighty, well, we're headed that way.
343. No, this is
So, are you doing anything exciting for your birthday tonight?
No, I've kind of birthdayed out a few years ago. When my son was born, he's my fifth child, and so we get, the wife gets a hold of me, hey, it's time the baby's coming, so about 4 in the afternoon, take her in the hospital. You get her in the delivery floor, the nurse is there checking her, and I said, obviously she's not going to deliver right now. Do me a favor, right after you call the doctor and tell him she's ready to deliver, call me. I'm only 5 minutes away. I'll come back. And the nurse put her hands on her hips. Where do you think you're going? You think you just show up when the baby's here? You're going to be here? And I said, ma'am, God bless you, but this is my fifth child. I have 4 more at home under the age of 7 that the neighbor's watching just for a few minutes because he's got to get to work until my mother can get there and relieve me. And she's like, I said, so God bless you, but I'm out of here. So
That's funny.
went home to take care of the other kids, and then my mom came up and sat with the 4, and so I went back to the hospital, and it's going to be about 11 o'clock at night, and she's seems to be going into labor, having heart contractions, and I'm saying, you think you could just wait about an hour until he's born on my birthday?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
could you just stall for...
Those weren't the words that came out of her mouth. But then all of a sudden, about 10 minutes later, everything just stopped.
Oh, no.
And boy, did she give me a dirty look.
You jinxed it.
And the next morning, around 11 in the morning, if I remember right, he was born. So
Wow.
my ex-wife was born on the same day as her 8-year-old brother.
Okay.
And I'd met him later in life, right, when I met my ex-wife.
Sure.
Tom's a great guy, and had shared with me that he really didn't have a birthday after that. It was always her birthday.
Oh, sure.
And so when my son was born on my birthday, I didn't want that to happen to him. I didn't want him to think that he didn't have his own birthday, right?
Right.
So I made it pretty clear we're not going to let him know it's my birthday too.
Okay.
But you can't keep that family secret in my household.
No.
So he was excited about the fact we had birthdays on the same day, to the point where every year on our birthday, I would take him out of school and we would go do something.
Okay.
Just the two of us. We'd go out to lunch, we'd go to the zoo, whatever. And we have celebrated our birthday almost every year together, whether it be dinner, breakfast, or a party. I think the year I turned 50, he turned 21. And so we had a joint birthday party. Invited all our friends. It was down at Bennett's.
Oh, okay.
Shop and Grill down on
nice.
West 7th and Victoria.
You ate some little Charlies?
We had salmon, we had Charlie. They had a beautiful salmon hors d'oeuvre platter, and little Charlies and burgers and steaks.
Awesome. Huh, that's cool. My sister's born 4 days after me. And So we would often have joint birthday parties. But my parents always did a good job of taking care of both of us. We didn't feel bad. Although I have a son that's born on Christmas Eve.
No.
And so, yeah, so that's a...
I have a grandson born on Christmas Eve. My grandmother was born on Christmas Eve. And me, November 11th. And then I have a son in January and another grandson in January. And I would always try to convince the mothers and my sons, lie to that kid. Tell him his birthday is June 30th. There's nothing worse than having a birthday either really close to Christmas or in the winter, because you don't get summer gifts. Or if you do, I remember there was 3 inches of snow on the ground when I was 11, and I got a 3-speed bike for my birthday, and I couldn't ride it till summer.
Oh, no.
But I failed in all my advice to give them summertime birthdays.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard. You just can't make up a birthday.
But I try to tell them, you know, the kid will love you for it, because when he turns 16, see, you tell him, hey, actually, you can get your license right now because your birthday's really today.
There you go.
And then he gets his license early. Then that's a big day in a kid's life, right?
Exactly. That's funny. We're at University in Hamlin. We're going westbound. We're in a little bit of traffic, not horrible, but you can never really get anywhere quick on this road.
No, a lot of semaphores stop you. But you're right. The platforms on the light rail have certainly seemed to been patrolled heavier. I know the sheriff is helping with light rails, making sure they stay safe. St. Paul, and obviously the MTC officers.
Yeah, we have a cooperative initiative called University Safe and Strong to help keep this university corridor crime-free and safe, and Metro Transit's really done a good job on the platforms of policing the livability crimes and making them a lot more enjoyable. Well, enjoyable. That's...
Depends on where you're on the train. The CVS, the city council has voted to tear it down.
I heard that, which is probably a good idea, but the question is what's going to replace it.
Exactly.
Is it gonna...
Probably will sell quicker if it's a vacant lot than if it's...
Yeah.
A lot of construction going on down here.
Yep.
We're on Snelling Avenue going northbound, just coming up to Thomas Avenue.
Like to come through here because it's an area that's been problematic with drug users and drug sales, but it's gotten better.
Yeah, much better.
It's actually not something we're used to saying, right? That things have gotten better, but St. Paul PD's done a great job out here. There's been some movement in the neighborhood to deal with some problem properties and get those either removed or get them more compliant, and that always helps.
One Tango, 04. 04.
over snooping around a little bit in the Midway district. Is that car gone now from that area? Or
Yeah, I took off from that area, but
we'll look for it.
yeah. He was trying to go through, tried to get into a workman's van.
Yeah, if you're out there and you're working and you're in a work van, a contractor truck, whatever it is, lock your doors and don't leave your valuables in there, because we have a lot of groups that are targeting those vehicles for theft.
Maybe get away from now. We have 5th in Minnesota. I'm taking this with me. Then 542.
See the school bus dropping kids. I got the holiday off. A lot of government employees.
I said yesterday at ceremony, and they said they had school today. So, although they were from private schools, so
Those would have been Josh's children.
yep, Josh's and Mike DeVoice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a chuckle. I was sitting next to one of our seasoned commanders, Roy Robbins, and I leaned over because all his children had on their school sweatshirt. And I said, I wonder where the heck his kids go to school. The name is on all three.
That's fun.
Nice, great families.
Awesome families. Yeah, it was fun to see them yesterday.
You can carry this. That's it.
A lot of work there.
Yeah.
89, go ahead. 531 Tango, 542 is in custody.
That's kind of the difference in America versus Europe. I'm not a big traveler to go overseas, but my friends that have been over there, and they show me pictures of houses built in the 1300s, the 1400s, old castles, and old shops. And in America, we just tear it down, build a new one.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like they're not constantly doing maintenance on them because they're built solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correction on the address. I'll be at the Verizon store at 1987 County Road TSA.
Looks like the YMCA is getting ready to do some work with the construction barriers up.
I saw in the paper that the Rondo Library is going to be closed for a while. They're doing some remodeling of it.
Male has been harassing cops, broke the front screen window. The caller did pepper spray him. Male's no longer on.
I don't know when that starts, but
black male 40, 5'3" average.
so we're going to go down to this area where a car was spotted breaking into, or trying to break into construction vehicles. Yeah, these days of fall are short-lived, and then it's bitter winter.
Yeah. So as being a member of the 21st Club, 21sters, June 21st is the longest day of the year, the sun.
Okay.
December 21st is the shortest day.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So starting December
should.
22nd, it starts staying lighter a little bit longer.
We're still a little ways away from that.
Yeah, but I'm crossing my fingers for it to hurry up.
Yeah.
You know, it just gets dark so early now.
It does. And it's that it feels later than it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a few months ago, it'd be light to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and now it's dark around 4 o'clock.
Last night, you know, it gets dark early, and I was kind of tired, so I figured I'd watch the second half of Monday Night Football in bed. And I found myself in the awkward position of rooting for the Packers.
I was too.
Which, you know, if you're from Minnesota, that's a hard pill to swallow. But I was rooting for the Packers, but they just couldn't pull it out.
No, just
Their both offenses look bad.
the Packers are struggling, and so is Rodgers struggling with the Steelers. And it's kind of like, maybe you guys shouldn't have left each other.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, I think Jordan Love's a great quarterback. I think he's going to eventually do well. They, you know, neither offensive line was given any protection to their quarterbacks.
The defenses were clobbering each other for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember the commentators last night saying at halftime, this has been the most entertaining first half no score game I've ever watched.
Yeah.
They had fumbles, they had
there were so many turnovers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought I was watching the Vikings game again. I don't know. They're just, I can't even, I don't know why I'm such a glutton for punishment watching the Vikings.
well, when you're raised in Minnesota, you learn to be a rooter for the underdogs. Even when we won the World Series in '87, we were the underdogs.
Yeah.
That was a great series.
Yeah, it was. The Twins this year
55. I need to
started
get
out
back where the LEC.
hot and then just went in the tank fast.
Yeah. This is one
My
of the
squad just
longest
ran over my leg.
It is. I don't know what's going on here.
I think it's broken, but I need help.
Squad says this behind the
The
LEC.
train just pulled in ahead
Sorry,
of us.
LEC 425 from 2755 east help. Squad ran over his leg
Wait,
for a
change
deputy who
light
just
to
had his
the-
leg ran over.
I always get crap from the backseaters about how loud my turn signal is.
It is loud. I've heard when I haven't been with you and I'm watching the computer. You would think the microphone's right there, but it's not.
I wonder if you can, like, put a silencer on it or
Squad says
Why
this.
muffle it down?
like a muffler. Ooh, man, that car made a bad choice.
Squad ran over his leg.
Where did he turn from?
He turned from in the front here
On the red.
against the red, yeah. And I would go chase him, but I don't want to get hit by the trains.
No.
So I guess Darwin had a theory about that, right? Oh. Please, Kia, don't do that. There are a lot of car versus train accidents in this little stretch here.
There really are. I actually witnessed a car get hit by a train at this intersection. No, it was down in Vandalia. I take that back.
And who always wins?
The train.
The train always wins.
It's not even debatable.
No. It's... Train can't swerve out of the way. It weighs a heck of a lot more than a car does. So...
Yeah, you don't get in the way of a semi, and you don't get in the way of a light rail train. That would be the new lyrics in the Leroy Brown pull on the Superman skate.
You don't spit in the wind.
Yep, you don't
pull the cape off or the mask off the Lone Ranger's stays away from, otherwise it rattles on the
Oh,
dash.
okay.
Got a dash rattle. What was the cross street? Do you know on
2264 Tango.
Fairview?
Fair report.
Did they dispatch that call? And Rome.
Rome, which is down here a ways, because it when it was last seen toward Montreal.
Oh, okay, so it's way down there by Ford Parkway.
534.
All right. Not familiar with Rome Street, but now I am.
Yeah, he might
Steve,
be
is
working
that
his way.
is that your drone on the window over there?
That is a picture of a drone. It's not one that I've ever flown, but it sure looks like them. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Drone, cloud,
The
sun,
sun.
and fireworks.
Yeah.
4440.
When we
44.
help out the state fair, and our drone team goes out there and we fly for safety and security purposes. We Jeremy Bullen, who was just promoted to commander, a year ago when he was out there, he would always get on the radio and say fireworks are going to start in 5 minutes, and we knew not to fly in that area then.
Right, yeah.
And this year he wasn't out there.
Oh.
The fireworks would usually start within 5 minutes of the concert ending in the grandstand, but the concerts all end at different times.
Yeah.
So you had to stay paying attention to that concert to make sure you didn't fly in the fireworks zone. You'd hate to have your drone shot down by a firework.
Yeah. This year there was really a wide fluctuation on when the fireworks
It really was. It
went
kind of
off.
threw you.
Some were early, some were late. Yeah. But we are on the west end of St. Paul, not the west side.
Yeah, I think
We're
they did
over
that
by-
just to confuse people.
Yes, we're down by St. Thomas, the University of St. Thomas.
Liberty. 542.
That's
My
my
alma mater.
son and daughter's alma mater, and my dad's.
And my daughter goes there now, and my son just graduated from there. I got my master's from St. Thomas.
I got my bachelor's from St. Mary's.
9273.
My son, one went here, one went to Mankato, one went to St. John's.
Spread those lightings around a little.
St. Paul's got, they got the Metro State, they've got Concordia, they've got Hamlin, St. Thomas.
Northwestern.
Yeah,
Well, that's
that's the suburb.
a suburb. Bethel's a suburb. McAllister,
Oh yeah. Okay,
St.
okay.
Kate's.
Right. Yeah.
Did you already say that?
I didn't say St. Kate's. I should have. I moonlighted there for a few years.
Yes, you did. That's how they figured out you weren't a student
Yeah.
and kicked you out.
No, I kept those students safe.
That's good.
Or tried to.
I'm sure we missed one.
Cheeseburger mute, y'all.
Got Hamlin. Got
Mic on.
McAllister, St. Thomas, St. Kate,
Paul
Central State, St. Paul College. I don't know too much about St. Paul College.
And the board of St. Paul College fundraising committee.
Oh, okay.
And for several years. Worked with the president of the college. I wish I remember his name. Great guy. When my daughter died, we started a scholarship up.
notice
and her name, the Advocate Life Memorial Scholarship.
Family is an hour.
We started it at St. Paul College with the help of John Bennett, the banker in the area, great guy. He was King Glorious the year I was involved.
Okay.
And then we moved the scholarship to Century College and tied it into White Bear Lake High School where my daughter was.
338.
But St. Paul Technical College, they have a really great program. It's both a vocational and a 2-year college.
Oh, okay.
Great instructors, great support from the staff, wonderful culinary program, welding program. My brother at the time worked at API Group.
Hold on just a second.
Traffic's getting heavy. Some cars pull over.
You see where he is?
He said Highway 2, which is way up north by Duluth, right?
She just blew the red light northbound towards the airport.
I think it's south.
Really?
I thought they were south and worked their way north.
Looks like we're eastbound.
I think Highway 2 is at by Duluth.
Romeo,
I may be wrong.
Victor, Charlie, 079. Copy.
Anyone under cars, if you can get into Pitt, do it before it gets into town.
Yep, you're right.
Into town.
Back on the west
Northwest
side,
Park.
the gates here. We just blocked this road, blocked our exit.
Let's go down Summit. Because traffic looks
She rammed the gate. She's going westbound and towards the hangars.
Oh, into the airport. Wow.
Copy, Lafayette 7.
It's going to get a lot of attention now.
That's not a good plan.
No.
All of a sudden you took a
You took a
state
turn right
felony and made it a federal felony.
Yeah, you're going to be a friend of the FBI pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're driving down Summit Avenue, a beautiful part of St. Paul. Controversy about putting bike paths in. Up to the city leaders to decide. There's a new mayor in St. Paul now.
Yeah, the
Bill Turner dropped the back just dial type 1 1543.
did he say drop the
I thought he did.
patch? Okay.
Patch.
So that was a statewide frequency chase up by Duluth. Sounds like she rammed a gate into the airport. And then
22.
they must have got her into custody.
Yeah, that goes all the way from Duluth all the way across to North Dakota.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You were right.
I could have sworn I've been on it.
I
And
didn't
then it
write
goes
this-
into Wisconsin, doesn't it? Superior.
It might connect to one of their roads
Okay.
that they call something different. But it's US too. It's US.
1542, check your status.
Probably does.
Affirmative.
Continue check.
It's the mayor, who's the mayor now, who was beat in the election, was a big supporter of bike lanes down Summit, but his opponent, who won the election, seems a little more tepid on the idea. I think I used the word tepid right.
That's a good word.
She's not as, she's taking it under consideration, it sounds like.
The loyal backseater.
Must be a backseater, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Copy, 5045.
Yeah, I think they want to put bike lanes down the narrower stretches here.
Yeah, because there's bike lanes right here. There has been since we
Yeah.
left St. Thomas.
542 data.
I don't know. we're about to go by the governor's residence.
Copy.
We're not supposed to call it the mansion, governor's mansion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, now it's governor's residence.
Just the governor's shack now?
Yeah, it's the governor's casita, small house there. So, but I was told when we were doing some planning for civil unrest that we don't refer to it as the mansion anymore. This is Mitchell Hamlin Law School.
Yeah.
Over here on the left.
You look like they have a good attendance based on the cars all parked around
Because
here.
they're going to churn out more lawyers, which is really what we need. I'm saying that with a little sarcastic tone. It's a great law school from what I've heard. I've never been there.
Well, Chief
They
Justice
don't
Warren
invite
Burrill
me.
graduated from there.
That's true. Yes.
And one of White Bear Township's past city attorneys graduated from there. What was his name? Oh yeah, Robert Biden.
Oh.
My dad.
Oh, your dad.
Yeah.
Okay. I take back everything I've thought about lawyers. No, I love, there's some lawyers I love, some that I've worked with, and that are great people, and so, in that, supposedly they combine the William Mitchell Law School with Hamlin Law School.
Yes.
Right? So now it's called Hamlin Mitchell, or Mitchell Hamlin. Mitchell Hamlin.
364.
So,
364, your case number is 207445.
I think some attorneys that I know teach there,
1548.
but I don't want to name them just because you never know if they've left or whatever. So.
Just a
1548.
Okay. From
Max.
Sasuke.
What's that?
I
Max?
saw.
Yeah, Max and the other two are going to be a little late.
Okay.
We're coming up to Selby.
On Dale. We're on Dale.
Yeah.
Dale Selby.
A lot of nice little establishments here. Really become a nice place to come down and have lunch, evening dinner, a little shopping.
It is. There are some really cool little parts of this city that you don't always see. Certainly not if you're watching us, because they're, we're not driving around generally in the safer areas, although we did just drive down Summit
We did.
and over on the west end. I think, is that what they call it, the west end? West District.
The West District.
Okay, West District, the
So-
William K. Finney.
Yeah, so
District.
when Bill was invited, obviously, the day they named it after him, I think Todd Axel had a lot to do with that. Todd was in Bill's administration when he was chief.
8097 medical.
And I had told Bill before the ceremony, I said,
277 Tango.
if you're looking for a joke, you might want to point out to him that you're still alive, that normally they name a building after somebody after they've passed on. And he got up and did his presentation, and he laid that joke on him at the end. Got a laugh. He came up to me afterwards and said, hey, that was a good joke. Got a laugh.
Remember that day it was so freezing cold and it
Oh.
started to rain
It was.
hard at the end of the ceremony. Yeah, it was bitterly cold that day. But yeah, great honor. Just
Yeah.
a great man. And
He's the last guy to be a 12-year chief. And there's been Harrington, there's been Thomas, there's been
Squad 28,
Todd
Tango
Axel,
1247.
all 6-year chiefs. I think there's only 4 12-year chiefs. McCutcheon, Bill, who I was around for, remember. I don't remember who the others. Maybe Rowan.
There's no question that being a chief of police in a large city is the hardest job you can have, in my opinion, in law enforcement. Like,
277 Tango.
not the most dangerous, but the hardest, like most mentally draining. They get beat up from every side.
You got city council you report to, you got a mayor you report to, and some of the smaller cities, you have a city manager and a mayor.
Last squad.
Community people that aren't happy, they want you to, half of them want you to work harder and fight crime, the other half want you to slow down and not arrest everybody. I mean, it's just, you're constantly, it's like your head's in a vice.
You dealt a lot with that when you were an inspector in the north side of Minneapolis.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's kind of, Chief Dolan at the time always said that, you know, our precincts were like, we had our mini police department, we had our own police department. Here's the thing is, when I went up there on the north side, I was worried that that I was going to get a lot of unrealistic expectations and people would, you know, be beating me up. And really, when I went up there, I found out that 90% of the community was behind us. They all had the same thing in mind. They wanted us to make the neighborhood safer for their families. They wanted us to get the drug dealers and the gang members that were responsible for the violence out of there. And they just expected our officers to treat people with respect and dignity. And it was a lot easier than in that way than I thought it was going to be. Because we were able to deliver on that. We reduced violent crime by almost and the number of complaints went down dramatically. And it's all about setting expectations and, you know, being someone that your officers will listen to and follow. And I had a great team around me and very responsive to the community.
Well, just so you know, we got a little message saying, unfortunately, you cannot adjust the signal volume
on the turn signal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? If that's the worst of our problems, we're doing pretty well.
There you go.
So, wrap it up here. It's been a little while, and it's really slow right now, and I have a feeling it's with the weather getting chillier now as the sun goes down. It'll die down for a while and then get busy again later, like it always does when the rabble-rousers wake up. So, thank you so much for being with us. Happy Veterans Day again to everyone who served or the families that gave up your loved one to serve. Really appreciate it, and definitely see you next week. Wait a second, no we won't. Probably because we are tied up most of the week, but someone will be able to see you next week. So thanks for staying with us, and have a good night, and remember to be kind.
cheeseburger mute, y'all. Mic on. True fall. Yeah. A night shift never tasted so good.
Quarter pounders, secret dripping down like Melty. Johnson's on the dashboard. Fries cool. Lights flash, fade in a rear view. Another update for feed. Talk radio, fast food, two-man show on Street, tucking in the city streets of St. Paul, dreaming. Truth runs deep, half cop, half DJ, half past tired. Turn that mic down low, stay wide. Stay wide. Three-legged stool of foundry wisdom, borns in a burger, holding us confident. Camp still glow. Right into the night. Pat lost his phone, Bob lost his filter. Both found comfort in a #2 meal. Justice had a smellless grease and pickles. Can't appeal, what do you can't feel? Confidential, extra cheap. No comment on the case. 2 for 1. City sleeps. Rolling. Tucking in the city. Beat don't lie. Headlights blinking like a lullaby. Say a prayer for the truth we miss. Cheeseburger confidential. Resisting.
Read the bonds to the drop. Ain't recycling our energy. Again. Off mouth full. Same. Good night. Tuesday night, downtown St. Paul. Cheese dog in one hand, budget report in the other. Yeah. Bob say he's leading, but he just loved to boast. Pat got the scanner, eyes on the block. Chewing them fries like he's beat cop stuff. Cheese beat cops talking about budget flops. Said the rain goes still ain't folks to stop. Flashlight. Shortage of officers. Bob on repeat. Pass a dispatcher sweating in the heat. Then they see that sign. Say hug your mother, not the index. Huh? Both scratch head on neck. Who got the booyah? Man seen these y'all. Who need leadership? We all do, bruh. Who's still searching for the truth in the car? Them 2 old men still ain't gone far. Yeah. Cheese dogs and who you smelling traffic stops. Misha's name on the window glass. They slow down, then they pass. Talks and burger buns. Count ghosts instead of guns. Be kind, rewind.